for nearly 24 years now, 23 years when the genocide happened. For those who survived, for us, it was terrible. It was total loss. You found yourself suddenly, for those who remember, it was on Easter, short after Easter. So Easter, we were all in the church, we were celebrating, we were with the families, and we didn't know that this was the last time we were seeing each other. Later, when the genocide was over, 3 months, only 100 days, you find yourself, okay, still alive, but are you alive? Are you alive when your people, everybody is dead? You have no husband anymore, you have no father, no mother. Many of my friends have no children at all. I'm really happy, and I think this is what saved me, that for me it was really a miracle. My children survived. And I'm happy you said that Amanda is tonight in the room. She was only 6 months. I was always having her on my back, always afraid that she can fall down, and yeah, but she survived. And actually, I have to say it, today is her birthday. Where are you, Amanda? So you only to say, you find yourself, you have nobody anymore, and you have to continue to live. We were not shouting, saying, okay, great, we survived. We were really thinking we are condemned to live. And this is what many of the survivors, many of the women, especially the women, were saying, like the women you saw in the film. Sometimes they say, they didn't kill you. The young girl, Eugenie, she asked the rapist, the one who were raping her, she asked them, kill me. And the man told her, and he laughed. He said, I'm not killing you. The death I'm giving you is worse. And the young girl, she didn't know anything about sex. She didn't know anything about, she was raped. She didn't know about AIDS. But the man knew that he was sick, and he knew that he's infecting her. She's going to die slowly. And this was really what was going to happen if we were not really lucky to come together later. But not only you lose your people, but I think what was also terrible is that you lose the trust in the human beings. The people who killed our people, they were our neighbors, they were our teachers, they were our doctors, they were our priests, they were our colleagues in the jobs. So they were normal people like you and me. So don't think that the killers are special, terrible people, savages. This is not true. They are like you and me. So when you survive, and you know who did it, and you have to continue to live again, it is really terrible to go ahead. But not only our neighbors who killed us, but what about this famous international community? What happened in Rwanda was known. It was not unprepared. The UN was there, the soldiers were there, they were prepared to do something. But when it started, they left. So it depends in which place it is happening. It was happening in the wrong place. We were not interesting. I like to say, if what happened to the Tutsi in Rwanda in '94 had happened to the gorillas, because we have the best gorillas in the mountains, I hate them. No, I don't hate them. No, but I think, no, I don't hate them. They are innocent. They have nothing to do with that. But if what happened to the Tutsis in '94 had happened to the gorillas, I'm sure that the world should have done something. And for us, they didn't do anything. I remember I was begging the French and the Belgians, when they came to evacuate all the foreigners, people who have a country who does, where a human being does mean something. When they come to evacuate them, I begged them to take my children, because my friend in Belgium was ready to take them. They refused. They didn't take them. And they took their cats and their dogs. I'm going to say that I hate cats and dogs. I'm not really very friendly with animals. But it is not my fault. I was in a place where they were more valuable than human beings. Then you can understand that I'm not so enthusiastic. So when they refused to take my children, but they took the cats and the dogs because they were French, because they were Belgium. So we lost also this trust in the humanity. There's a word, humanity. It didn't mean anything. It didn't work in that time. So just to let you know that the loss was so total. Everything was destroyed, of course. The houses were destroyed. Everything was looted. We didn't have anything at all. But I think what was really terrible is to see a society which is also lost. All the values were also lost. I remember something which really struck me after the genocide, the banal, usual greetings, how we greet in our country. When you meet somebody, it is, the custom is that the old one has to embrace the young one, and you have to make a wish. And these wishes, which are really nice for young girls, for people to be in age, to be married, we wish husband, gira umugabo. But this time, before you say to somebody, gira umugabo, you just wonder, she's widow, so I'm not going to wish her a husband. If you see children, you wish them parents, gira so na nyoko, I wish you father and mother. Many of the children, they were orphans. You can't wish them father and mother. Or you have to think twice. Does she or does he have a parent? This you can't say. Or to the children, we wish father and mother, gira so na nyoko, I wish you parents, but they don't have parents, so I don't wish that. I wish you children, gira bana, but many have lost the children. Or what we wish also, which is very Rwandan, we wish cows, because cows are very important. Amasho, I wish you a lot of cows. But our cows have been also killed and eaten, so I can't wish you cows. You don't have any more cows. Or if you come to the Christianity and everything, we are saying, yes, akuzwe, Jesus be glorified. But for in that time, many people have been killed in the churches. So the church and Jesus, and we used to say Jesus himself, he went, he left us. So I can't even tell you that. So just think that you are in presence of a society where even the very basic greetings, very banal greetings, are not spontaneous. You can't say it like that without thinking twice. But fortunately, the rebel army won the war. It was stopped in July. Then we could say peace, security, slowly came back. And slowly, even though we were thinking we are condemned to leave, when you are alone, you are lost. But when you are together, you can do something. This is how, like Kevin said, like the three women, the three friends at the beginning, then 5, then 6, then 10, we start coming together. We didn't know at the time that we are traumatized. We thought that we are crazy. Something was wrong. We were no longer the women we used to be. We were forgetting everything, no concentration, all the symptoms of trauma. You were cooking. If you are lucky to have some food, you cook and you put salt 3 times without knowing. You go outside. You used to dress properly. You are a very nice woman. And when you dress, you go outside and you find out that you have put it ups and down. And you are ashamed, and you hide it, and you become to be very aggressive and things like that. So, but because we came together and we start talking, and when one is talking, you see what you have been saying, and you think, okay, I'm not the only one crazy. So we're so many crazy, and we come together, and fortunately, we come to know that we are not so crazy. That what happened to us was crazy. So we learned, okay, let us not only be condemned to leave, but actually let us choose to leave. And then slowly, we discovered this strength of being together. But not only being together as the same women, but we also really experienced the good feeling of seeing people who are in solidarity with yourself. This is how we came to meet Kevin, Comic Relief. We came to meet SAF, a charity here in London, Survivor Fund. We came to meet people who were really interested in us and who were looking at us as human beings when we have been really less than human beings in the past. So slowly, we started really to challenge. We started to do I remember we were doing everything. And the people giving money, they don't like people who are doing everything. They want you to do something. So when we started with Comic Relief, they were very happy because we are very strong with income-generating projects. It was working, it was working. And then one day they come wanting to film again a very successful story. And I was really mad because I remember Eugenie was dying, women were dying, because after a few years, we started to realize that the majority of us, the majority of the survivors have been raped, have been infected with AIDS, and they are dying. So this is when we challenged Comic Relief and SAF. We said, if you want to film a success story and not graves, then you have to invest now in this program of antiretroviral. It was not easy, but we were really lucky they agreed. They took what are the needs of the people and not their own agenda. So they have an agenda. We said, sorry, your agenda is good, but there is more, more needs than your agenda. Okay, we did both. So we continue doing. We continue doing income-generating project, and it is true, we needed income-generating project, we needed housing, we needed all the project in health and this, but we needed very, very urgently this antiretroviral, and as you have seen in the film, really the women, it is a rebirth, it is a new life, because we have found solidarity with other people who believed in us. And I want to make a conclusion, and I think really this is what I like to share, and this is what we have as a gift for you people who have been with us all along, because I think it worked for us, but it can work for you too. So I'm coming back to the cows again. So when the cows in the morning, when they go out of the fence, out of the hoof, they go outside to, how do you say it in English? Yeah. Sorry? Yeah, when they go to grazing, then you take them out and we have to clean the place. So we take the manure, and there is a place behind the fence where we put the manure. But I think that it is the same with the farmers here. This place where you put the manure, and it is really smelling. It is not the best place you will go to have a chat with somebody. But what is the true reality of this corner where you put all this manure, at least in our place, and I think it will work also here, why not? So the place where it is smelling so bad, the place where this manure is, the place where people are not going to come to chat, but this is the best place where you plant your banana tree or your pumpkin, and you will really harvest the best of it. So we said, women, if we want to continue to go ahead, let us use our smelling story, let us use our suffering. So the message I just wanted to make, I don't wish anybody to suffer in order to grow. But when you suffer and you use your suffering, you can really produce the best banana and the best pumpkin and the best of your life.